Okay, first day of the new world. Ding dong, the witch is dead type of thing. Hurrah! And I did get a little messy last night. I'll be honest, I did not have a very, in the morning, I did not have a very clear recollection of the exact end of the night. So I had to watch the end of the stream just to be sure of what happened. And I was a bit messy. So, although at worst I woke up with, very slight headache. I was a bit tired all day, but that may have been the emotional involvement of the whole thing. And Happy New Government Musical Aviator. And yes, Mofo-san, he did not get a miracle. Hair of the Dog, an unfeasibly large whiskey. Oh, it's actually a barrel-aged old-fashioned I made that I have just decanted after it's 3 weeks in the barrel, and it's yummy. It's there was 5 different whiskeys in there. It's really nice. I like an old fashioned, but that's easily a double. So I'm gonna take it gently and probably mix it up with some water. And yes, Safa, hello, Happy New Government Day. Oh, what is this strange feeling? Is it hope? Is it hope I have now? I feel like it might be hope. BX, well, you know, the ones who won. Not only just my vote, the result is close to what I think would be the best result. Labor's probably going to have a governing majority, or at most be like 1 seat short. But you know, they'll probably still have to do deals with the Greens, which I think is a positive. And because the Liberals lost 3 or 4 seats to the Teals, it's got to hopefully wake up the Liberal Party to stop their bullshit. Miss Vader, you think your dad called you? Still in bed. Scott Morrison. Oh no, Scott Morrison was the best prime minister we have. That's fucking sad. So for Labor at this point, barring a disaster, Labor are almost guaranteed a second term, because not only did the Liberals copper pasting mostly from the Teals, they've now got 20 marginal seats. Like they've got 20 seats with like a margin of like, I think less than 2%. And so they're ripe for the picking in the next election. And I think all Labor has to do is a couple of basic things right, and they get re-elected. So, but yes, if the Libs put Dutton in as leader, that will be hilarious, because that's guaranteeing Labor a second term. It remains incredibly humorous to me that neither Dutton nor the broader right wing seem capable of accepting that he's complete political electoral poison. Like, he's fucking vile. No one likes him. No, Safa, I didn't watch Tim Smith concede. I'm no interested in hearing from him. He can go off and spend more time with his husband and dog now. Yeah, musical aviator, well, not so much Tony Abbott. And, you know, better's a whole thing anyway. But Morrison is horrible, smug prick. John Howard is a gross, racist little ideologue. It's like, you know, would you rather your head slammed in a car door or your hand slammed in a car door? Because they're both fucking bad. Hey, Salumi, how are you today? Yes, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, just this feeling of hope. Like there might be some vaguely, I don't expect miracles, but at least vaguely reasonable steps taken to address climate issues. And yeah, Albanese said he's going to fix aged care, do an ICAC. He said something about taxing mining companies too to get a couple $1 billion, which would be fucking awesome. Is your seat, Salumi? Still close. Well, there's like 15 close ones. Actually, I haven't even looked. What's the news saying? Let me have a look at the news. Oh my God. Sorry. Australian absinthe, only 100. I bet it's already gone. Sorry, I just saw something in my email. I bet it's already gone. Yes. All right, sorry. I'm just impulse buying an Australian absinthe. Do they have anything else I want? Triple Juniper, Southern Dark Series, Argo, limited releases, Juniper Freak Navy Strength, Southern Strength, 1 liter. Holy cow. A liter of overproof gift packs, merch. All right, so I'm just gonna get this absinthe. Wait, what's in this garnish pack? I could probably do my own garnishes. Aren't you tell me something about it? Dehydrated citrus, assorted fruits. Hum. Nettie, it was a pretty good weekend. And hello, Megawitch, by the way. You came in while I was looking at that at the website. Silly, you like Juniper Freak? Yeah, I've got a couple of their other Dark Series one-offs there that I haven't finished. I'm getting that absinthe, though. I think that's all I'm getting. All right. Proceed to the checkout. We don't ship to PO boxes. That's fair. All right. What is PayPal? Good question. Why is PayPal is another thing. Let's see if I remember my password. No, okay. It was one of two things, and I made the wrong guess first. It's good to remember. Like I've got it recorded on the thing. Don't worry, I'm just going to forget it. All right, that's me spending money. Australian absinthe. It's not even that. Oh, it's 55%, which is not child's play. Okay. Telstra bill, fine. Okay. Yes. My order. Excellent. I've already got an invoice. But I was going to look up the news to see, because I hadn't kept track of what was happening. Cow hugging being a hello. Not so much dancing in the street, but happy. Safa, there's a difference between what time I woke up and what time I got out of bed. I didn't get out of bed till like 10. Woke up several hours before that, though. Ms. Cravetti, alarmed the LNP has support. Certainly didn't get the results they wanted. Oh, nobody yet. No. It was very close to what I think is, like a perfect election result. So Musical Aviator going to a 3-day LARP event. Neat. Around Bendigo area, living in a tent for 2 nights. Fun. So, yeah. So I wasn't hungover, but a little bit tired all day. But Mrs. Angry said she was here. And I mean, we did stay up a little bit late. But Mrs. Angry saying maybe it's the sort of emotional strain of just the stress. Because I was really worried for how things would go if the LNP retained government. So, who is Anthony Albanese? Why is Anthony Albanese? All right, I'm just looking for, I suppose AEC is probably the way to go. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? I'll just the election results. Oh God, so the AEC is confirming 75 seats for Labor. They need 76 for an outright win. And there's seven that still haven't been finalised from the looks of this. I think that's what it's saying. It's actually a little confusing. Yes, Lumi, you think you didn't realize how bad it was impacting you? Yeah. So we're all like, oof, that is a weight off our shoulders. The stress of it. Oh yeah, those apples taste really strongly of whiskey. Like, I don't actually like them. Yeah, if you want to have a nibble of one. Sorry, I've been making a concoction where I sliced up an apple and made a syrup and then added whiskey to that and made a friggin' amazing drink. Like it's so sweet, actually. Probably be good with soda. Actually, probably make a really good low alcoholic drink with soda. So yeah, I've got a whiskey based apple liqueur now, and it's really yummy. And I'm putting half of it in one of my barrels just to finish it in a barrel for a couple of weeks to see what difference that makes. So I'm keeping half of it in its natural state, and I'm barrel aging some, and I'm going to compare because I like experimenting. kind of obsessed by it. Salimi may have to disappear. Oh, you're buzzing home. Okay. Phone's being glitchy. Okay. Well, it's nice to know you'll be able to come back when you get home. Yeah, no, that's what I mean, cow hugging vegan. This result was close to perfect as far as I'm concerned. It's good that the Teal independents took away seats from the Liberals. I mean, again, those people are just Liberal Party people who think climate change should be taken seriously. So policy-wise, yeah, I'm not on board with them. I'm not a supporter of the Teals because they're just Liberal Party people. But it's good for the Liberal Party to see that it's hurting them really badly to indulge in this unhinged reactionary bullshit they've been doing for the last few years. And I think it's good that the Greens are on the upswing. I think it would be good if Labor had to rely on doing deals with the Greens, keep Labor honest. But it's funny, if the Liberal Party, now the Liberal Party, like I was saying before, they've got like 20 bloody marginal seats now. If they don't take the right message from the Teal independents, they're going to get targeted big time next election, and they're going to rapidly become irrelevant. Okay, so Lumi's phone's being a pain. You're back later when you're home. Okay. Yes, Nettie, I think Turnbull's laughing. I think Turnbull is laughing a lot. Still, nobody. I get that you inadvertently called cow-hugging vegan a cow-hugging cowboy. I kind of think cow-hugging cowboy is a good username too, quite honestly. But yeah. So Nettie, St Kilda's seat McNamara is on a knife edge. Is that like Labor and Greens, or is it Labor and Liberal? I don't even know who that's a knife edge with. So Nettie, not like we were deprived in the world of drinks last night, but pity you didn't get to try my apple liqueur. I wanted to let it sit for another day, and I've just bottled it today, and it's really very good. It's really good. Very sweet. People who don't like sweet drinks wouldn't like it. Okay, so Nettie, the St Kilda one is ALP and greens. Good-o. Oh, nobody. I do that shit all the time. And worse still, I do it when I'm writing. I'll be sitting at a keyboard going tappy, 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 tap, and I will type a word that's completely different to the word I meant, because my brain just wanders, and I type the first half of the word, and something in my brain just thinks of a really different word and types that. It's very weird. Yes. See, nobody, the inspiration for my apple liqueur, I just made an apple syrup. Fun way to make syrups for cocktails, or non-alcoholic drinks to pour on desserts and whatnot. You basically cover fruit with sugar, and the sugar leaches liquid out of the fruit and takes on that flavor. And so I made this apple syrup, and it was for cocktails, and it was really yummy. And I just thought, I could make a liqueur with that. So I made another one, made the syrup, like literally I chopped up an apple, sliced it finely, covered it in 300 grams of sugar, and left it for a day, and that basically totally liquefied. Then I poured whiskey over the top of that, and let it sit for 3 days, and it's yummy. It's very yummy. So it's probably, I don't know, 25-30% alcohol because of the dilution, and it's really yummy. So music over, you're booking a motel running away from LARP because it'll be a bit cold. Oh, I got what you meant, nobody. I didn't think you meant an ape liqueur. So yeah, so I made about, I think it's about 900 mils of this apple liqueur. And it's yummy. So I've also made about the same amount of this old fashioned. It's kind of why this is such a big serve, because it's what wouldn't fit in the bottles. I did a small bottle and a big bottle. Reusing one of my Starwood bottles again. I just love these bottles because the starbursts painted on them is very neat. That's why I kept them. So that's an old fashioned made with 5 different whiskies. Mostly Maker's Mark, but so music over, you voted in Cornwall Labor since the division was created in '84, same incumbent since 2001. Some seats are like that. Oh, this is a class old fashioned though. I should probably pour myself water in a separate glass. Although, you know, this is this is my one drink for the night, because it's I said double. It's probably a triple. It's probably 3 drinks. Oh, tis good. Tis very good. So yeah, God, I'm gonna have a bunch of concoctions soon. So in the barrels now is New Make Spirit, which I intend to leave, I don't know, for at least another month, because that's moonshine. Actually, when's Moonshine Day? I might decant that on Moonshine Day. That's a thing. There's a Moonshine Day. Drink days. It's this website that tells you days that have been declared to be the day for a particular drink. Next week is Wine Day and Mint Julep Day. And then in June, it's Cider Day, Cognac Day, June the 5th. That's another 2 weeks. Let me see. Yeah, exactly 2 weeks. Okay. I am going to take my New Make Spirit out of the barrel for Moonshine Day, because it's basically moonshine. And then Saturday, the 11th of June, World Gin Day. Mrs. Angry and I are booked in for a night out. Oh, no. Nobody self-incarcerating in horny jail. We understand. Safa, I don't know what caretaker mode is. I don't know what the rules around it are. One cannot blame you for feeling netty deprived. And you know, we all look forward to you coming down here as well. I mean, maybe not as much as Nettie looks forward to it, but we look forward to seeing you. So I'm sure, yeah, hanging out for the next one. So yeah, so I've got my New Make Spirit in a barrel. I've got vodka in a barrel. I'm going to have barrel-aged vodka, which I think will be interesting. And now my apple liqueur, I'm going to barrel age for, I don't know yet, 1 to 3 weeks. I'll taste it at the end of the week, so like next Sunday. I'll like taste it once a week and decide if it tastes like what I want it to taste like. And take it from then I have, so I don't know, in 2 weeks I have to come up with something else to put in a barrel. Challenges. Yep. Okay. It's hard to be sure what to do, basically. Um, another cocktail, probably. Do another cocktail. Barrel age it. We'll see. We'll see. So many possibilities, so many options, and I'll take it as it comes. Uh, hmm. Yes, I'll maybe need to do a consult. Ask people who maybe know. What should I do? Thinking of doing some, and this won't go in the barrel, or will it? So I was thinking of doing a couple of clarified cocktails. But if they go in the barrel, then they're not going to be. God, Mimsy wants to come in. I thought I left that wide enough for you to come in, Mimsy. You just kind of. It's this little paw coming around the sliding door. So I don't think she's really putting an effort in. Yes, hello. I can see you. Now she's looking through the crack in the door. I don't know if you. I will let you sit on me if you come in here. Sure. No, now she's just going to push it open with her head by the looks of it. She is such a weird cat. No, Safa, I do not get cocktail withdrawals on nights I don't drink cocktails. Because there's lots of nights. Basically, if I'm not doing it stream, I'm probably not drinking cocktails. Unless I've gone out, date night. But it's one of those things. Troll. I've said this before. Trolls in particular, they see all the bottles behind me. You must be an alcoholic. You drink on streams. You make videos about cocktails. You must be an alcoholic. Well, no. Alcoholics don't have it in them to maintain a collection because they just empty bottles. Yes, Arthur, it's actually you personally. It's not everyone's fault. It's you personally. It's your fault that I'm drinking cocktails. No, obviously I like drinking cocktails. One of my new shirts, by the way, it's like a bowling shirt sort of thing. Comparatively subtle little logo of a martini and a shaker there. Which again, wrong. Shouldn't be a shaker with a martini. Should be stirred, but visually. And like a little shot glass next to it. So I don't know what that is. Yeah, I like the shirt. This is one of my new ones. I've got one that is a very similar design to this, where this bit's a different color, and that logo is slightly different, but it's very similar. And I've got a lot that are in this style that I think are like, I see them, they're bowling shirts. There's that American style of shirt that you see all the guys who do 10-pin bowling wearing. So a bunch of the new ones are like bowling shirts. I like it. This one looks like somewhat formal because it's black and has this. So I like it. Yeah, this is a shirt I could wear into the office, I think. Might go into the office this week on Tuesday. Who knows? Okay, I'm very much okay. I'm appreciating the old fashioned. B, I think I'm pacing myself quite well. Half an hour, and I've only drunk half of it, which is good. Okay, and I was filtering my apple liqueur to put it into the barrel because I put a vanilla bean pod in there, so all the tiny little vanilla seeds are in there. I'm trying to filter them out. Seems to have stopped. I'm just gonna. Actually, I might bring the barrel around here for fun. Why not? Okay. Yeah, lots of vanilla seeds there. I think I'll put the vanilla bean pod in the caster sugar. That's a little trick I've seen. Putting a vanilla bean pod in your sugar so you get like vanilla sugar. Yeah, it's still dripping through very slowly. Last little bit in the coffee filter go into my barrel, and then in 2-3 weeks I'll have my barrel-aged apple liqueur. Sorry, making weird noises. It's not the ice, it's that. Oh, anyway. It's definitely making weird noises. Don't know what that's about. I think there was a little thing I just had. Most of that's gone now. I think we just had to lift it out. I think maybe a vacuum seal had formed or something. That's all right. What I've got to do. Oh, salami made at home. Nice. Nobody showing your ignorance. You wouldn't think there'd be much discernible difference between shaken beverage and served. Okay. Two differences in shaking and stirring. Shaking tends to dilute the drink more and more quickly. Also, when you shake a drink, when you initially pour it, it will be cloudier than a stirred drink. So the whole, hey Justin, the whole shaking versus stirring is just a convention, and it's basically, if you're not using like fruit juices in particular, because fruit juice you want to really integrate into the drink, so you shake it. And also, it's not going to be a particularly clear drink if it's got fruit juice in it anyway. So it's when you're making a drink that doesn't have fruit juice or egg white or something you really want to integrate in, when it's just like spirits, you and maybe syrup, you stir it, because then it preserves it. It's an aesthetic choice. It's not mandatory, but it makes it look nicer. And yes, salami in practical terms, shaking is up and down and stirring is round and round. Justin, it did feel a bit like I posted like a lighthearted thing on the socials about, what is this feeling? Is it hope? But the relief today, so much relief. Because I was despairing. Like I was like, Jesus Christ, if Morrison gets returned to government, that feels bad. That feels bad. That feels like bad things are being rewarded, and more bad things are going to happen. But yes, I felt actually positive today. Yes, Megaleech, the relief is palpable. It is. No, a teeny bit of this to still strain through. Certainly, good thing is there is a lot of little vanilla seeds in there. Little black spots. Spit spots. Yes. Well, nobody with a brain. Yes, a lot of people have brains, but they just don't. Well, they use them in weird ways. I think the fact that, like, those Teal independents, they were arch conservatives, but they were just looking at the Liberal Party and its drift to the extreme right, and just doing unconscionable things like basically pretending climate change wasn't real. They found that unacceptable, and they have suitably punished the Liberal Party. 3 or 4 things, yeah. Nettie, I love that. Ali's footage from Trades Hall was like a rave. Ran out of beer and cider early. Oh, damn. Yeah, no, that Trades Hall would have been quite the party last night. Mind you, we had quite the party. Man, I did mention this earlier. I was so drunk by the end. That's the drunkest I've got on a stream for a while. And barely suffered. Yes, like Nettie saying you didn't have a hangover. I had an extremely mild headache, and that was it. I'm just being a bit tired on it. Tommy, 5-tone, watching Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. What a classic. Oh, Justin, I agree. If Dutton is made leader of the Liberal Party, that virtually guarantees Labor re-election. I mean, barring any disasters, Labor are close to guaranteed re-election, like with the Liberals now having 20 marginal seats. Oh, Jesus, and that was free drinks at Trades Hall. No wonder it ran out. Oh, Jesus, I bet there was a lot of sick people came out of that today. Noog, hello, how you doing? This is almost, I'm just being a completist. I could turf this last little bit. Anyway, now I'm being a completist. I want this last little bit to drip through. It's only about, God, what's that? That's about 10 mils in there. I just want it to go through. I like that, Eddie. Trades Hall, packed as Nirvana at the big day out. Megalich, Teals had a voting option for Conservatives that don't deny climate change. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think what the Teals want is for the Liberal Party to just move a bit closer back to reality. And yes, Noog, Murdoch suffering, and it's a loss for the Murdoch crowd. It's hilarious. Justin, you're at Trades Hall, but it's full of COVID? Probably, honestly, yes. Oh, no. See, nobody, I'm 100% convinced if Dutton's leader of the Liberal Party, they'll never win. The level of denial of what electoral poison he is, I think is quite funny. Him being leader would guarantee Labor re-election in my book. Swimmy, can't be bothered cooking steaks tonight, making ramen. Tomorrow's steak and veggies. Nice. I made a little pasta thingy tonight. And cooked up some onion. I redid what I did for toppings for a pizza for Abigail last night, pineapple and onion, because it was nice. And then pasta and a cheese sauce and baked it. And it was yummy. And there was a lot of it. So I have more to eat tomorrow. Yum. So this is my intention. Make extra so I have more tomorrow. So made 4 pizzas for our party last night, and they all went. So I think this old fashioned is pretty strong. You're supposed to dilute it. It's like whiskey and bitters and sugar. And I did stir it on ice to chill and dilute it. And I deliberately didn't refrigerate it, so it would melt the ice when I stirred with it. But as it's sitting in the glass and my ice is melting, it's even better when it dilutes a bit more. So I'll remember that next time. Give it a good stir so it dilutes. So I think we do need another weekend because it's very stressful. Tommy, you're pissed off how COVID's being handled. Oh, well, you mean the pretending it's not happening? We've all just reached this stage of, despite in Australia, more cases and more deaths in the first 4 months of this year than in the last 2 years combined, we're just pretending it's not happening. Ooh, Justin, that is interesting. Going to work tomorrow because you work for the Commonwealth does make for an interesting day. Nobody. I never expected Dutton to lose his seat. So I was very excited when it looked like he was going to, and then very disappointed when he didn't. As anyone who watched the stream will know, because once we realized that earlier report was not accurate and he was probably going to retain his seat every time we brought it up, I was just going, boo, boo, because I'm subtle. I am very subtle. Okay, I don't need to have this in front of me anymore. It's just like tiny bit to still go through. I'll move this out of the way. I need to do a little label so I don't forget. I mean, I wouldn't forget, but I always say that I won't forget, and then I forget things. So I'm going to write a little label that says it's apple. I mean, I could leave the previous label, which is like the old-fashioned, and then I'd know it's not an old-fashioned because I've already decanted the old-fashioned. Where is the little post-it notes? Are they here? This, oh no, there's the little ones. Little post-it notes. Little post-it notes. Gonna write apple. And put the note here where I'm going to stick the barrel so I don't forget. All right, all right, all right. So nobody touches the embodiment when I was saying beauty may be skin deep, ugly goes through to the bone. Oh, and it's like he's a reverse Dorian Gray picture. All his inner ugliness comes and radiates outwards. Oh, neat. You've got a friend whose job is to coordinate moving Morrison out of the lodge. Fuck yeah. Fucking awesome job. I had another glass of, yeah, okay. I'm gonna pour myself some water. This is the glass where I taste tested the apple liqueur. Get a little bit of water. It's the water. The whiskey and the water. I was going to show, see, this is the apple liqueur. So, this is about, can you see me? Can you see me through it? This is about 60% whiskey and 40% apple syrup. So it's very sweet. Or it's maybe 30% apple syrup and 10% water, actually. That's probably more accurate. It's probably more accurate to say it's 60% whiskey, 30% apple syrup, and 10% water. Now, yeah. I would also do it that way, nobody. Move Morrison out, just chuck his shit out windows into a skip. Absolutely. So, Tommy, you're drunk. What you say is true. I love you. Yes, love you too, Tommy. Cheers. Hey, Sean. You'll have a glass of my apple. It's pretty good. It's pretty goddamn good. I'm very happy with it. Much like this barrel-aged old-fashioned. Very happy with that. I was just saying caretaker mode's not over a few days. This really does get better as it dilutes. I mean, a hardcore whiskey person would say no. A hardcore whiskey person would like it at its strongest. And this had a couple of pretty strongly flavoured whiskies in it. Sean, the only bad news is you're back in Queensland. I'm sure you'll be fine, man. I'm sure you'll be fine. Oof, yes. I feel like I am going to sleep really soundly tonight after, stress and shenanigans and getting super fucking drunk last night. It was really funny. The reason I didn't clearly remember the end of the night, so watching the end of the stream to see what happened. Mrs. Angry was telling me this morning she was messing with me, joking me was walking around, and I was a bit wobbly. And so she was grabbing me and sort of going, "You're all wobbly. You should go to bed." And I was like, "Ah." And then I was. Justin, which seat was Kevin Rudd's? I don't know. Thanks, Sean. By the way, this is my COVID look. The letting my hair grow and go grey. Stopped cutting my hair and stopped colouring my hair. So yeah. Justin, it's Griffith. Okay, yeah. Yeah, say la vie. Thanks, Sean. I'm happy with it. It took about a year to grow in. There was a period when I was growing my hair out, and because I've been making videos on my cocktail channel the whole time, but live streams all the time, um, there was a period where I thought my hair looked very weird. When I see it about a year ago, when I see videos from about a year ago, I go, Jesus, look at my hair. What the fuck? But I'm happier with it now. Will I ever cut my hair again? Will I ever color my hair again? I don't know. Honestly, probably if I have to go back into the job market, I will color my hair again because of ageism. I'm hoping I don't have to go out in the job market. I'm hoping my current contract turns into a permanent job. We have been talking about that for a year, and my contract runs out at the end of June, and the boss is going like, "We definitely want to do it." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna hassle you." Tommy, yes, I do regularly pass on the love and care for AZ that everyone shares, and he does appreciate it. He's always very happy. Thought we might have heard from him last night, but we didn't. So, yes, nobody is very good at messaging AZ and reminding him of the love everyone shares for him. So, I messaged him yesterday about reading Goat on Trails to divine an election result. Didn't hear back. Maybe he's still busy with the goat. So that's the whole thing. So I did yes. Nobody. Queensland's redeeming itself. There was a fun article on one of the Australian satirical sites. Queensland farmer looking down his nose at the rednecks in Melbourne who only elected one Green, although I think it's up to two now. And that's a good one, Nettie. Change the word Schadenfreude to Schadenfreudenberg, which is shameful joy at Josh Frydenberg's humiliation. Someone who clearly thought he was going to be Prime Minister one day, and he has just suffered an humiliating defeat. Ha ha, bloody ha, is what I say. Fuck you, Josh Frydenberg. Just fuck any of them. It's so dangerous, those people. Okay. So at the end of today's counting, because I think it's stopped, the AEC is only confirming 75 seats for Labor. 76 is an absolute majority. See with the ABC site. The ABC site's only saying 72 confirmed for Labor. That's interesting. Seats in doubts. Bass, likely for the Liberal Party. Bennelong, likely for the ALP. Brisbane, greens ahead. I think they've confirmed Brisbane for green. Or is, I think ABC's being very conservative, which is fine. Cowper, Nationals ahead of an independent, 51% to 51.5 to 48.5. Deakin, ALP very narrowly ahead. Gilmore, Liberal very narrowly ahead. Lions, ALP quite narrowly ahead. McNamara, which is ALP and Greens, looks like ALP are going to retain that. Menzies, Lib narrowly ahead. Moore, Lib narrowly ahead. ALP, contest between ALP and Greens looks like it's going to ALP. Sturt, Liberal narrowly ahead. So 1, 2. That's really interesting. Okay. Changing seats. Okay, so the ALP gained Boothby in South Australia, Chisholm in Victoria. Independents gained Curtin, Fowler and Goldstein. Greens gained Griffith. ALP gained Hasluck, Higgins. Independents gained Kooyong, McKellar, North Sydney. ALP gained Pearce, Reid and Robertson. Greens gained Ryan in Queensland. ALP gained Swan in WA. And Tangany in WA. And Independents gained Wentworth in New South Wales. That's Turnbull's old seat, isn't it? So the Libs didn't gain any seats. Labor lost some to Independents by the sound of that. Hey, how's it going, Bunny? It was an exciting night. Sean, that's a great line. The only Murdoch you like was the one who was first officer on the Titanic. There's a metaphor in there, I think. So it looks like the ABC site is actually being more conservative than the Australian Electoral Commission site, which is interesting. Unless the ABC site just hasn't been updated and the AEC site has been. I don't know. It'll all shake out in the coming days. We still don't know if Labor are going to have an absolute majority. We shall see. Oh gosh, Tommy, you had a friend who died from a blood clot from surgery. That is unfortunate. Raise a toast to Henry. All the best friends are assholes too. Yeah, we live in complicated times where things that are supposed to be life-saving can actually kill us as well. Oh yeah, no, nobody. Who'd want to see Murdoch drown? Not me. It's kind of like, it's funny with Pauline Hanson testing positive for COVID. Just going, I will survive, much to some people's disgust. It's like, I'm not going to be disgusted if you survive COVID. I don't go around wishing death on people. It's uncool. And as vile and awful as she is, I'm not wishing death on her. It's overwhelmingly likely that she will survive. She might be jumping the gun a bit with declaring she's going to survive because she's not young. If I go Pauline Hanson, age, yeah, she's 67. which is not the highest risk group, but she might be jumping the gun with her declaration that she's going to be fine. And again, in all sincerity, I'm not just doing this to protect myself. Even with her, I don't wish death on her. It would be fucking funny if she died from COVID, being a vaccine denier and conspiracy fuckwit. So it's always funny when one of them dies. Like I said, I don't want them to die. That's a nasty and negative thing. But when they do die, it's pretty fucking funny. Oh, no, surely Murdoch's just going to fucking drop dead sometime soon. Jesus, he can't last much longer. He looks like there's a whole Weekend at Bernie's thing going on. They're propping his corpse up. Yeah, Salumi, that's nice. Don't wish her dead. Just wanted to stub her toe all the time. Or get a coffee order slightly wrong. But of course, I don't know if we've even talked about this. It looks like Pauline Hanson is going to lose her Senate seat, which is fucking hilarious. And people have raised the interesting point that leaves the only one nation senator, weirdo mutant Malcolm Roberts. Now, the way the Senate rules work, Malcolm Roberts could step aside, which would allow one nation to appoint someone to take his place, and they would, of course, appoint Pauline Hanson. One suspects Pauline Hanson will lean on him to say, hey, buddy, you need to step aside and let me be in the Senate, which raises all sorts of possibilities. He may just do it. He may automatically go, yeah, that's the right thing. You're the leader. You should be here. But he might say no. I don't think she can force him to. But yeah, Pauline Hanson losing her Senate seat is pretty good. Adds you. I don't know about worse. I don't know that anyone's worse than Rupert Murdoch. Lachlan Murdoch is clearly fucking awful. But yeah. That's reasonable. No. Murdoch dies, get a shovel, dig the hole straight to hell to deliver Murdoch to Satan himself. Then booby trap the hole so he can't get out. Yeah. No, I think Murdoch and Satan would be great pals. Great pals. They have so much in common. Terrible person. Justin, I will always put one nation last because their DNA, the core governing thing for Pauline Hanson is racism. And the fact that is their core reason for being, will always put them last. I don't give a shit about someone who's got links to the Chinese Communist Party. What does that even mean? I don't give a flying fuck about that. It's a competition with just horrible pieces of shit like the libertarians or the various fucking anti-vax groups or just the right-wing nuts. It's very hard to sort who's the worst of all of them. But because Hanson's core message always has been, always will be racism, that will always come last for me. Nobody. It's very hard for us on the outside to know what's really happening. But Lachlan Murdoch is clearly a piece of shit. Who knows? Who knows what will happen when Rupert pops his clogs? Can't happen soon enough. He is a blight on society. Sorry, I'm just getting the Muppets theme stuck in my head suddenly for no apparent reason. couldn't decide. I've got these apple slices that were in the apple liqueur I made. Got to decide maybe dry them out and use them as garnishes. I don't know. What was weird is the apples, when I just made an apple syrup, were mind-blowingly delicious. So it was basically really sugary bits of apple, incredibly yummy. I thought, having put them in with the whiskey, I thought they'd be yummy. I ate one before the stream. I did not like it. Yeah, not great, which surprises me, actually. Sean, my favorite Muppet is Animal. Have I seen the clip of the Swedish chef singing Lizzo's song About Damn Time? I have not, though that sounds very good. Now I want to see if I'm not going to play it on the stream because that way lies trouble. I'll go to YouTube. There we go. Swedish chef Lizzo. Lizzo. No, it doesn't come up. Okay. Did not come up. I'm just playing.
G'day.
Okay. What account is that? Okay. It was on TikTok today. Okay, I might. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Salumi. You sent me the clip in Messenger. Thank you. I will look at it another time. Oh, neat. Justin, the Libs might lose their ACT Senate seat. How weird was it that in the weekly, again, I think this is just really poorly judging the electorate. How weird is it that the Libs said they were going to cut $2 billion from the public service, and then they were just spouting ridiculous lies like, oh, that won't mean job losses. And, you know, it won't mean services are way worse. That was surreal. That was such an own goal, I thought. Ooh, Tommy, that's a good one. What are Australian foods people in the US should try? Things that I don't know that are Australian but are super popular here and I don't think are in the US. I would legit say a meat pie. A good quality meat pie. What else? Chicken parma. Well, Megaleech, Tim Tams are chocolate. Nettie, you think kangaroo meat? Kangaroo is very specialized, very gamey. I haven't had it for a long time, but I think an American who, for instance, liked deer meat would probably like kangaroo meat. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's confirmed Pauline Hanson lost her Senate seat, but it was looking like it. I don't know that it's absolutely confirmed, but I think people expect Pauline Hanson to lose her Senate seat. A lot of progressives in the upper house. Yeah, maybe. Yes, Nettie, meat pie, a good quality meat pie with tomato sauce, I think is something we should expose Americans to. And chicken parma, pub staple. Chicken parma is good, is so good. Mm. Still imitating Boothby in Adelaide. 70% counted, swinging to Labor, first time in 7 years. Yeah, in the next day or so, we should have a clearer number. Will Labor get an outright majority? Who knows? Nog, you want a steak bake? I'm not even sure what a steak bake is. Oh, shit. Australian seafood, Nettie, yes. Moreton Bay bugs or Balmain bugs, which are very similar. They're crustaceans. Yummy, yummy. If you like crustaceans, like crab, lobster, if you like that sort of thing, Moreton Bay bugs and Balmain bugs, super yummy. They're called that because they fucking look like bugs. And in fact, crustaceans are more closely related to, say, spiders than they are fish. Like we say they're seafood, but they're not fish. And in fact, they are more closely related to spiders than fish. Ah, the chat. All I want, all I need, all I crave is a good pub feed. So is that Safa in your seat, Australia party? Yeah, well, they didn't do much, although it was looking like they may actually get one Senate seat, which would not be great because they fucking suck. Um, you hardly want to fucking encourage that fuckery. Ugh. But I think it's fair to say we live in interesting times. Right, so Nog, a steak bake is puff pastry filled with diced prime beef cuts and gravy. So that's very similar to an Australian meat pie then. There you go. Yeah, Tommy, it's why spiders look like crabs. Sorry, crabs look like spiders of Parma. They are. They're very closely related. Dr. Abigail is alive, which is wonderful news. I so was unclear about how the night ended last night, even though I was theoretically conscious. When I woke up this morning, I kind of expected you to be asleep on the lounge. Didn't know you left with Nettie. Ah, that's the drunkest I've been on a stream for a while. I think that was fair given the occasion, quite honestly. I think it was completely reasonable for me to get that drunk given the occasion. Mm. Uh, Nobody. To that, I would say maybe. But I would also say every generation has, particularly since the boomers in the 60s, have said, yeah, all the boring old people are going to die and we're going to take over. And yet, shit keeps happening. So I actually don't place a lot of faith in it. Oh, Megaleech, that's another excellent one. That is an excellent one. Lamb shanks. That is such a popular Australian roast. Absolutely. Apricot chicken. Is that uniquely Australian? That's hilarious. Woke up naked with Nettie, just stripped down and passed out in the bed. Well, I woke up naked with Mrs. Angry, but that's every day, so it is not that unusual an occurrence. that was a fun night. It was a very fun night. And I think at some point I was actually drinking more than Abigail and Nettie, and I got more drunk. I'm not quite sure how that works. I think at one point I was just pouring us drinks at the same time, and it must have got to a point where I was drinking faster and pouring myself extra drinks. Because I rewatched the end of the stream, and I was definitely more drunk than Nettie or Dr. Abigail. And no, Safra, I don't watch Insiders because I find the media really fucking annoying. Safra, I didn't wake up during the night to go to the toilet, man. I was just fucking out. I went to bed, and then it was like 6 or 7 o'clock was when I first woke. I might have gone to the loo at like 6 or 7 in the morning. And I was just like, oh, and then I went back to sleep. So yeah, I first woke up at about 7. I don't know. We went to bed like it was after 1. We went to bed. I woke up at about 7, but I stayed in bed. I didn't get out of bed till like 10. Yes, Dr. Abigail, was a fun night. Definitely a hoot. Ooh, but you had a hangover. Not good. I had very slight headache when I woke up, and I was a bit tired all day. Sorry, I like that. You have to rewatch the end of the stream. Blank spots for you too. It was just I realized waking up. Oh, I don't have a really solid, clear memory of the end of the night. And I watched it, and I was pretty fucking drunk. I was still vaguely coherent. Um, I was off camera for a lot of the last 10, 20 minutes of the stream. I was just in a different part of the kitchen. And I've said this to the stream before, but Mrs. Angry was messing with me and going, "You're all wobbly," and was grabbing me and shaking me. And I was going, "Oh, don't do that," and laughing a lot. And I know I said a couple of times, "It's time to go," but it took a while. So if you had deep sleep, don't remember dreams. I don't remember any dreams, and I'm sure I had some. I don't remember them. Megalith, you're still coming up with food for Americans. Lamingtons, pea and ham soup. Damper. Wow, that's a traditional one. Anzac biscuit. That's a good one too. Dr. Hammer. Well, it's funny. If you rewatch the end of the stream, you realize if you had looked up, you would have seen her do it. You can kind of see it in the reflection in the glass behind you and Nettie are talking. And I'm like over there. And Mrs. Angry's messing with me, which was funny. Yeah, Salumi, just watch the last half hour or even 20 minutes or 10 minutes of the stream. Because I was very drunk at that point. Still holding it together, but very drunk. Just in the middle of a Democrats abroad conference, first contested vote. What vote's being contested? Sounds dramatic. I like that, Abigail. You vaguely remember us messing around in the kitchen. Yeah, for the last 10 or so minutes of the stream, we were messing about in the kitchen. So, Salimi, you went to sleep around midnight. Neighbor was banging the metal fence at 2:30. God damn. What the fuck was that about? Yeah, so I think the stream went till about 1. Actually, I can check that. Huh. Oh, actually, maybe on here we have different browsers. Different browsers. Okay, so this I'll look at how long the stream was. It was 4.5 hours. And we start. Oh, okay. So we started at 8. So that means the stream stopped at about 12:30. See, Friday nights was only 3 hours because I was trying to save my energy for Saturday night. Okay, so the stream ended at about 12:30. All right. All right, so new. Your neighbor banging on the fence. Crazy old cow can't wait to move away. Fair enough. Oh, Megalich, you're really coming up with stuff. Chico roll, beetroot on a burger, egg on pizza. Oh, Tommy, yeah, I like Vegemite in moderation. I like a Vegemite sandwich. I like Vegemite on toast. But we always see, like, when Americans want to try it, they put just a ridiculous amount on. You go, no, put a scrape on. It's nice. Now I feel like I haven't had Vegemite for ages. I might have Vegemite on toast for breakfast tomorrow. That actually sounds really good. Ah, Justin, I don't actually use WebEx. Neat. Although it sounds like fun. Politics. Ugh. Okay, now it's only 9:17. Okay, I might not last till 10 because I feel a little bit tired. And also, it's gone quiet in the lounge room. Mrs. Angry was watching Poirot. It was a little bit loud. Now it's gone quiet. She might have gone to bed. All right, I'm actually going to just have a quick look. Quick look. Ugh. Oof, standing up. What a lava that is. She has gone to bed. Hang on. Oh, she's gone to bed. I know, maybe I will soon. I'm not going to go to bed straight away. I might soon, though. Okay, I am going to do a thing with this barrel, though. Where's my sieve? All right. I know this last bit's not going through. It hasn't gone down in the last half hour. So I don't know if that's something, if the coffee filter paper has solidified or something. I don't know. All right, so a bit. Just gonna. Oh shit, that was weird. Oh Christ Almighty. Okay, that was a epic fail. Well, probably not an epic fail, but still a fail on my part. So John Rodrigo found your socks. Found them in the jacket. Both were black. Okay. All right. So this is done. Ugh. Okay, let's get this cloth. Clean up a little bit of spillage I did there. It's a bit silly on my part. Ugh. A little bit over here too. All right, we're all good. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to be a visitor to my place in the next couple weeks. Might be lucky enough to get a bit of my apple liqueur, which is super fucking yummy. And also barrel aging some of it. Because I just barrel age friggin' everything at the moment. Okay. Going to have a bit of water. Just a little bit. I don't have too much water before bedtime, but I want to be hydrated. So, Tommy, we're talking about Ted Raimi. You mean Sam Raimi? I don't know. Xena or Hercules? He was Joxer? Okay. So, Sulumi, so I hope he's trying to question. Mimsy does that shit too. But she was super happy. I was watching one. I did spend a bit of time, like hours, on the lounge today watching TV. Just fucking chilling out and watching TV. I watched the latest edition of Love, Death and Robots on Netflix, which is an animation series. I'm going to say this third installment of Love, Death and Robots is by far the best of the three. The first was okay, had some very good stuff in it, but I thought was kind of bogged down because they were making it like R-rated, 18 plus. So it's like the people making it were obsessed with, ooh, we can do boobies and swears. And it's like, okay, good on you, Tig. And so I kind of had high hopes for the second lot of Love, Death and Robots because I thought they might have learned from the first one. But I actually think the second one was not as good as the first one. But I was watching the third one today, and I think it's by far the best of the three. Now, to be fair, again, the animation has always been amazing in Love, Death, and Robots, and they do it in so many different styles, which I quite like. But in terms of the story of the stuff, it's all right. But the ones I was watching today definitely feel like the best of the bunch. So there's a little recommendation from me. The third installment of Love, Death and Robots on Netflix, which is short animations. They range between 5 and 20 minutes in length. So, what are you doing, Mimsy? Honestly. Look, come in if you want to come in. Weird bloody cat. Okay. My hands are sticky. I'm just washing my hands over here. Ugh. Right, so you're going to come up and say hello to everyone, Mimsy? What are you doing? Because there's no food for you. Like sniffing around on the floor like I might have left food for you on the floor. There is none. And yes, Safa, I did hear that Dutton's defamation thing was overturned last week, which is good. Because Dutton's piece here. You're gonna come up and say hello to everyone, Lindsay? And come up here. Yeah. All right, I'll adjust the camera so Mimsy can say hello to everyone. There she is. Oh, look. Microphone's in the way. There we go. Mimsy saying hello to everyone. So Justin, if you posted the thing, I think it like if you try and post a link in the chat, I don't think it appears because I certainly didn't see anything. Mimsy being a big sook. I might go at 9:30 actually. Fuck me, I'm tired. I really am. It's been much drama, stress, all that sort of stuff, and we're over it now. And you can come and sit on the bed if I go into bed, Mimsy. Yes, that's a thing you can do. That's a thing you can do. Yes. So, oh, yeah. So, I've been kind of tired most of today. I was put serious thought into having a nap in the early afternoon. But I decided to tough it out. See, Dr. Abigail, you had a nana nap that lasted for 4 hours. See, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, no, Salumi. It was, and again, cishet white male, very little to fear from the Liberal government, but just at a societal level, I had such concern for what a win for them would mean. It was really stressful. And yes, nobody, we can all unwind and just be a bit mean and revel. I've seen some photos and stuff of how upset Liberal Party. I can't believe. Okay, I understand being disappointed you didn't win, but I can't understand Liberal Party people being surprised they didn't win, because literally every single poll said they would lose. So I don't really get people who seem surprised and shocked by the loss. And yeah, so for Peter Credlin having a sook, all the fucking losers on Sky News and Murdoch print outlets just all having a sook. And it's just like, fuck you people, seriously. And you've got all these weird fuckheads in conservative media going, now the Liberal Party has to move further to the right, which is the opposite of what they should be doing. Because if they do, like if they have Dutton as the leader, and if they keep pushing their ridiculous bullshit, the fucking Teal independents will eat them alive at the next election, because they've just got so many marginal seats now. Not to mention Labor eating them alive. Tricky saying you watched Insiders and the lady from News Corp was fuming. Yeah. Yeah, Salumi, I can see it's a bit sad. You know, Fox and Abigail in snuggle distance. I'm saying we should all get together and have a great big snuggle. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, Tommy, anything with the government is stressful. So, all right. I definitely feel myself fading now, which is it's certainly earlier than I would shortly normally stay longer on a Sunday night. But I think I still need more recovery time. I need to have a good solid night's sleep tonight, and then be back in full form. So yeah, I know I didn't do a stream on Tuesday last week. That's because it was Mrs. Angry's birthday. But I will, and yes, Salumi, I am getting on. Also, sorry, I'd call you a brat, but that would just encourage you. Yeah, so I will almost certainly be on a live stream on Tuesday night. We'll see how that goes. And yes, that's excellent advice, Salumi. Hydrate, rest up, relax in the knowledge. No more Morrison. Yay. All right, Bimsy, we're going to go sleepy bobos now. It's a little bit early. But you all take care. Embrace the new day with hope for a better future. Have a fucking Jesus. Just relax for a couple of days before the inevitable betrayal from Labour. But we'll see what happens. I think there's some stuff to look forward to in the next couple of years. But we'll see what that brings. You all take care. Talk to you another